He never licked a woochie he didn't like from Lickawoochee, Florida, and Brooklyn, New York. Please get your hands together for Carlo Grieco, ladies and gentlemen. Let him hear it. Carlo is here.
Oh, man, where all you guys come from? How you doing tonight? Jesus. So here I am, opening act for a bunch of amateurs. Gee, I must really suck. I thought I was doing pretty good there for a while. But actually what I decided to do, since I am the opening act, is I'm going to steal all your best jokes and use them now. So you guys may as well go home. No, I'm just kidding. Boy, I tell you, it's 6 weeks already, and here we are. It's actually graduation night, so since I am the first up, I think I'll make myself the self-proclaimed president of the class. And I'd like to welcome you all here to the graduation ceremonies for the McCurdy Institute for Advanced Comedy. Thank you very much. I'll tell you, it's been a grueling 6 weeks. You can't imagine how demanding it's been. I tell you. It's, and I'll never forget the first class. Actually, we had our first class right here. And I came down here with my notebook and my pen, and I was ready to get all that wisdom from Les. And I sat out here, and Les came up, and it was the only time we actually saw Les. For the rest of the 6 weeks, you never saw him. And he came up here, and Les, tell me if I'm lying, he said, "Hi, I'm Les McCurdy, and I don't think anything is funny." So I was like, what the fuck did I pay my... I was like, I couldn't believe it, you know. And I started thinking. I say that would be like being on the Jerry Lewis telethon, and Jerry Lewis saying, "You know, we're never going to find a cure for this thing, but it gives me something to do on Labor Day." You know what I mean? Thank you very much. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, I'm glad to be here tonight. I almost got arrested. I sucker punched some dwarf in Publix. Wasn't pretty. I had to run like hell to get out of there. But anyway, like I say, it's been an interesting 6 weeks, and I came down to a couple of shows, and I don't know if you guys noticed or had any of the nachos here, nachos and salsa, but you know, Jesus, Les, can you like spare the nachos? I mean, is there like a famine going on since I came in here, or are we in the Great Depression? Are we rationing food? You know, and I really think Les's real calling is he should be working at the UN, because this guy's got a great talent for feeding a lot of people with just a little food. So I think actually he could feed a whole starving nation with a can of Pringles. I really believe that. He could solve world hunger, you know. But and the other thing too are the margaritas, man. If you really want to get a good buzz on, don't order the margaritas. Les, when did you lose your liquor license? I had stronger margaritas when I was in rehab. Thank you very much. Are you clapping because I was in rehab, or you're clapping? Thanks for coming, guys. Appreciate it. And thank you all for coming down here tonight, really. And I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I'm from Brooklyn, New York, actually, truly. All right, we got some Goombas from Brooklyn out here, huh? Well, that's great. You Italian? Hey, you're Italian. Goomba, how you doing? I'm Italian, too. Actually, I'm half Italian, half Jewish. So if I can't buy it wholesale, I steal it. No, really, I'm lying to you. I'm 100% Italian. I just fucking steal it. Fuck that whole... What the hell? No, but I love being Italian, but I tell you, you know, it's tough being Italian because people always think you're in the mafia. I mean, come on, do I look like I'm in the mafia? Look. No, it's true, but actually my grandfather was in the mafia. He really was, and he started out as a numbers runner in Brooklyn. And he worked his way up, Carlo Grandpa, he worked his way up to be Godfather. He actually became a Godfather. But what was interesting about him was that he was also gay. So I used to call him my fairy godfather. He didn't like that very much, I gotta tell you, but he was also half Polish, so he'd make you an offer he didn't understand. Didn't know what was going on, you know? But I miss Carlo, I really do. I remember the fond memories of him coming over for dinner on Sunday, and my mom making him his favorite meal, which was broken leg of lamb. So, anyway, I'm just kidding about being gay and all that, but actually it was kind of interesting, him being gay. One time he had a guy whacked for wearing white pants after Labor Day. I mean it, seriously. But he, enough about being gay and all that, but I do have an open mind all about that. And I don't know if you've been following the news, but there's been a lot going on with the World Series, which started up yesterday. And they've been talking about the Jumbotron over in San Francisco. The San Francisco Giants are playing the Texas Rangers, for probably most of you who don't give a shit, just to get you up to speed. But yeah, so they're out there, and they have this big Jumbotron, a big screen up at the stadium. And what they do is they pick a couple out of the crowd, and they put them up on the Jumbotron, and then everybody eggs them on to kiss. But the gay rights people are getting upset because they're saying they're not putting gay couples up there. They're only putting heterosexuals. This is the truth. I didn't even know there were any heterosexuals in San Francisco, but I guess there are. But I don't know how they find them. There must be like 2 here or there. But anyway, they're complaining about about not putting them up there. So I started thinking. I said, I really don't have a problem with watching 2 women up there kissing. Actually, I'd rather watch that than the baseball game, to be honest with you. But I do have my reservations about watching 2 guys kiss, Don't you think, I think they have to at least, come up with some kind of, draw the line somewhere. And maybe what they should do is just show them kissing between the strikes and don't show them kissing between the balls. What do you think? Thank you very much. Hey, listen, on that note, I want to wrap it up, but I want to wrap it up here with a song. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I want to wrap it up with a song, and actually a little story about the song. And I'm sure most of you people know the song that I'm talking about, but it's called Somewhere Over the Rainbow, from The Wizard of Oz. But I'm going to tell you a little bit about the story about who wrote this song. And the song was actually written by a guy named, what was his name? Jean-Claude Legray, actually was his name. He was a Frenchman, and he wrote this song when he was in Paris, and he was actually up on the Eiffel Tower when he wrote the song. And he was going along writing the song, and just to refresh your memory, I'll play the first verse of the song, and please feel free to sing along if you like. Here we go. Very good. Give yourselves a round of applause there. But anyway, he wrote the first verse and he wrote the second verse, but he could not come up with a third verse. He was just driving him crazy. So he just was hours up there trying to figure out what to do. He got to the point where he got so frustrated, he actually jumped off the Eiffel Tower, trying to kill himself. True story. And then, then what happened was, luckily he landed on a crepe cart and broke his fall. Couldn't be a hot dog stand. It wasn't like, the Empire State Building. So I figured crepe cart sounds good, right? So it broke his fall, and he's laying there, and he's got his arm here and his leg wrapped around. He's got blood coming out the side of his arm, mouth, and he hears the ambulance coming. Thank you very much. You've been a great crowd. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Carlos! He was required to play the harmonica just to prove that he did prison time. Yeah, just to prove it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, our next class member is actually a mail-ordered Asian who was delivered here by mistake. But she said, what the hell? This will probably be easier than what I thought I was going to be doing.